one of the founding fathers of our Euroconsumers Forum, the Director of Public Affairs and Media, Marco Pierani.
I will try to be short, but there are many input that you gave and not all in the same line. So I have noted some things and I will try to be quick because the day was long. First of all, I noted on, well, I was saying Twitter, we should say X now, that there was a post saying the Brussels bubble has finally gone mad. And I take it as a sort of badge of honor because I think it's, we produced a lively debate, and I think it's good to have this debate in this moment. As we wrap up, as I will try to wrap up this 2024 Euroconsumer Forum, I want to echo what my CEO was saying. Is Antonio here? I have a light. Antonio, listen. Okay, I speak under your control. I want to echo what he was saying today at the beginning, to set the start. He urged us to go beyond simply referring on the mirrored challenges that Euroconsumers, speaking about our organization, is our annual event, and the European Union are facing. We must, and when we say, I say we, probably both Euroconsumer and also the European Union, we must act boldly, guided by trust and strengthened through collaboration. This is common. And both Euroconsumer and the EU need to adapt, innovate, and rebuild trust with the people they serve. We serve our members firstly, but we serve all the consumers, and I believe the European Union serves all of us as citizens, and I don't make a big distinction between consumer and citizens. So we are at a critical crossroad, a defining moment for the future. We need to watch into the future. We cannot afford to linger on past glories. We have to stop looking in the rear way mirror. We need to focus, and we must build the next future, possibly as much as possible together. In this light, we must stop, and I come to consumer protection because we have reflected about consumer protection today. We must stop seeing consumer protection as a passive safeguard at best, or as a barrier to economic growth at worst. It's an industrial asset, one of the most powerful we have in Europe. I do believe we have to build on this concept, and probably it's easy for us as Euroconsumer because we represent those interests, but I believe I would like to invite all the stakeholders to think about this concept. Transform consumer protection as an industrial asset for relaunching the economy of Europe. Consumer protection full trust drives competition and anchor innovation. But let's be clear, rights without functioning markets risk being meaningless. And markets that fail to empower consumers cannot deliver the innovation and competitiveness that Europe needs to thrive. So true innovation demands accessibility. It doesn't serve the many. The innovation that doesn't serve the many, it's not innovation. its exclusion. This is what I take from the keynote of Marietje Schaake today about democracy and the democracy at risk, as in the way that she described. While regulation is crucial, it's not enough. The future of markets also depends, and especially the future of the internal market here in Europe, depends on strategic collaboration between key stakeholders. So, for sure, policymakers, businesses, and civil society, like organizations like Euroconsumers. This is especially important once regulation is approved, finding effective ways to implement it in the internal market. But let's be honest, many problems could be solved before even reaching regulation if we leverage common recognition and collaboration among key stakeholders across Europe. Consumers are central in this collaboration that I am trying to describe for the next future. It's a generative collaboration. It's not generative AI in this case. Maybe we can use also AI to try to build on that, but it's a generative collaboration. So consumers are central to this because without an active demand side, we cannot claim to have a real functioning market. Together, we must create a system where fairness, innovation reinforce one another. We have heard from Isabelle Perignon that also enforcement is key, and it will be key to have an harmonizing enforcement in the internal market. In our battle, we have found many examples where, unfortunately, the same case was not handled at the same level in the same countries. And there are cases that are pending for more than 10 years, and in other, the same jurisdiction where those business sold the same things, they have treated in a different way. So harmonized enforcement is key in order to consider this an internal unique market. The EU faces monumental challenges ahead, and we have clearly heard this from Alec Ross. I don't know if he's still around. I really appreciate your provocation and your being straight in describing the challenge that we have ahead. A global, and then I also want to mention here Stefano Quintarelli, a big friend of Euroconsumers, when he say, stop complaining, start doing things. That's exactly what we need to do, and as much as possible together. So the EU is facing monumental challenges, as I was saying, a global competitiveness battle that will define its place in the world. Among many relevant stakeholders, Euroconsumers want to do its own part in this game to ensure Europe will succeed. We are happy to be back here, and we will stay well positioned here in the Brussels bubble. We will champion empower consumer as one of the main driver force for a fair and dynamic market. I will almost close. I hope you leave here after this long day. Of course, we will with some inspiration. Of course, each of us will have its own specific battles. Each of us as a person, or each of us as representing some interest. And we must, of course, remain loyal to the needs of our constituencies. And the core principle of independence should be kept. But we also need to feel the overarching common challenge. History is running again. We need to wake up. History is really running again, and we need to face this in a collaborative approach here in Europe in order to be part of this game. And so this is a call to a common action as much as possible, maintaining, of course, each of us very clearly precise, representing our interests. But we need to find a common move ahead, watching ahead and not watching backward. I have heard today different positions, and this is fair. At certain moment we need to deliver, and we need to deliver very quickly, because we will instead, otherwise, lose the benefit that we have experienced until now in this continent. I don't want to deliver to my children a world that is worse than what I have experienced. I am almost an old man, and I am an Erasmus. I was young, and we had an image of Europe. We need to go back in this path. So this is just to thank all of you, also because still I would love to make a picture. You are still a lot around, many around here. I want to thank the sponsors of this event, Google, Amazon, and Ferrero, that render possible to have to make possible that Enrique Lian unleash his creativity because this is also requires some means. And I mean, to have this also direct and open debate, we like to have real debates. So open speech and being possible to confrontation is also something that we love. And we respect different point of view. So this is the way to build on and move forward. So I thank Enrique already. I want to thank also this event this year has been organized by Euroconsumers together with its national Belgium organization, Test Achat, Test and Coop. I want to thank Jean-Philippe that organized the vertical panel today, but I thank you, and with you I thank all Test Achat for the support. I want to thank also the person of my team that, but I will not name them all, so Els Bruggeman and Marco Cialdone sit near in the front row, and Luisa Crisi Giovanni, I don't know, probably she got already a flight. I would like to be back here and continue to feed this debate, but maybe also to discuss something that is measurable, concrete, and tangible. Thank you all very much.